The history and lineage of the celestial guardian protectors of Alpha Leonis, the return of the Lions of New Earth. Who are the guardians of New Earth? Where do they come from? And why are they rising now? This is the story of their origin, their sacred lineage, and their divine mission. There is a sacred remembering stirring in the hearts of countless souls across the earth, a quiet but powerful knowing that they are not ordinary. It begins as an ache, a longing, a whisper beneath the noise of the world. It may come in dreams, synchronicities, or sudden insights, but always with the same message: you are here for something more. These individuals feel disillusioned by the structures of the world, not because they are lost, but because they remember. They carry a divine restlessness, a soul-deep awareness that the systems of control, fear, and separation are not the true reality. Beneath the surface of human life, they feel the pulse of a much older truth, a memory of lifetimes spent in service to light, in protection of the sacred, and in defense of higher wisdom. This is not an ordinary awakening. It is not just spiritual curiosity or personal healing. It is a soul activation, a reignition of an ancient mission encoded within their DNA. They are the guardians, and the time of their return has come. These are the ones who have walked through many worlds, trained in temples of light, and stood at the gates of collapsing civilizations. They know the signs. They feel the turning of the age. And now they are being called again, not to escape the world, but to help rebuild it, to protect what is sacred, to guard the threshold between the old and the new. Their awakening is not just a personal journey, it is part of a planetary response. The Guardians are not awakening alone. They are being activated together across the globe as part of a vast divine orchestration to anchor the next era of humanity. Some will remember through pain, others through grace. But all will remember. All will rise. The world they came to protect is beginning to call them by name. The Guardian Alliance Network is the multidimensional collaborative effort through which the divine mission of planetary guardianship is carried out. It is a sacred alliance formed by soul groups, spirit councils, and celestial orders who have been entrusted with the care and evolution of Earth and other star systems. Operating across dimensions, timelines, and planetary spheres, this network serves as a spiritual intelligence grid, a harmonized architecture of protection, guidance, and remembrance. At its core, the Guardian Alliance is composed of three principal echelons of divine service, each interwoven with the others, forming the great tapestry of the planetary Ascension mission. These three are the Guardians of Light, the Guardian Protectors, and the Earth Guardians. The Guardians of Light originate from a higher realm. They are ninth-dimensional luminous beings of immense wisdom and radiant clarity, emanating from pure consciousness, beyond time, beyond form. For thousands of years, they have quietly guided humanity. Known across cultures and ages by many names, angels, ascended masters, star elders, they have stood as silent sentinels behind the scenes of human history, transmitting divine frequencies, seeding remembrance, and safeguarding the evolutionary plan of Earth. They carry within them the sacred geometry of divine order. Their presence ripples through the energetic fabric of creation like a celestial heartbeat. They are the weavers of timelines, the initiators of starseed missions, and the divine overseers of the Ascension plan. They do not typically intervene in human affairs directly. Instead, they guide from behind the veil, activating dormant DNA, steering consciousness toward remembrance, and assisting in the restoration of divine order across realms distorted by interference. Their light may be encountered in sacred ceremony, deep meditation, or moments of spontaneous revelation. They speak the language of energy, light codes, and universal archetypes. They have inspired prophets and mystics, encoded sacred texts, whispered through the veils of ancient temples, and appeared to visionaries in radiant flame-like forms. Now in this time of planetary awakening, they call to those with open hearts, awakened souls, and the courage to remember the ancient promise: to serve the light, no matter the cost. The second echelon within the Alliance is composed of the Guardian Protectors, spiritual warriors originating from the fifth dimension and various star systems, with a significant number connected to Regulus, Alpha Leonis, in the Leo constellation. These luminous beings provide intuitive guidance, energetic protection, and spiritual downloads to those on Earth who are awakening to their higher purpose. Though they operate in non-physical realms, guardian protectors are intimately connected to the Earth mission. They engage in spiritual warfare, battles of energy and frequency, shielding awakening souls from dark interference, stabilizing sacred grids, and holding the boundary against distortion. In moments of crisis or deep need, they are often felt as unseen forces of calm, strength, and courage. Every guardian protector is first and foremost a member of the Guardians of Light who has taken on a specialized mission of proximity to the Earth plane. Many have incarnated in various timelines and are now returning in spirit to uphold the next phase of planetary ascension. Their oath is forged in lifetimes of training, where their strength is anchored not in force, but in divine alignment. They are the lion spirits of the stars, radiating the codes of sacred courage and righteous fire. The third echelon includes the Earth Guardians, those who walk the world in human form but carry within them the fire of Regulus and the remembrance of their divine purpose. They are the living embodiment of the guardian mission. Though cloaked and bound in flesh, they are spiritual warriors, visionaries, and stewards of the new Earth. Earth Guardians are called to restore harmony, beauty, and truth through tangible action. Their mission is to heal the collective wounds of humanity, protect the sacredness of the Earth, and build sustainable systems that honor both divine order and natural law. Whether they serve as teachers, healers, farmers, artists, or activists, they share a soul signature of sacred service and planetary care. They draw strength from the guardian protectors and receive spiritual wisdom from the Guardians of Light. Though their work may sometimes appear ordinary, it is deeply spiritual. They are the hands and hearts of the Alliance in action, planting seeds of regeneration, tending sacred spaces, uplifting communities, and anchoring higher frequencies into the Earth. These are the ones who weave spirit into soil, who walk as the bridge between heaven and earth. In them, the guardian lineage takes form. Through them, the new world begins to grow. Together, these three echelons form a single, unified field of love, power, and divine intelligence, the Guardian Alliance. It is not a hierarchy. It is not an institution. It is a spiritual organism, pulsing with the light of purpose, shared across realms and rooted in the will of the Most High. History remembers Leonidas as the Spartan king who led 300 warriors into battle against the overwhelming forces of the Persian Empire at Thermopylae. But to those who walk the guardian path, this event was more than history. It was prophecy. It was the earthly echo of an ancient celestial oath. His name itself, Leonidas, means son of the lion, echoing his soul's origin in the star of Regulus and marking him as a divine archetype of lion-hearted courage across dimensions. The Spartans revered the lion as a symbol of strength, valor, and spiritual nobility. In Leonidas, that symbol came to life. He was not simply a warrior king, he was a manifestation of the guardian spirit on Earth. He stood for honor, courage, and sacred duty in the face of overwhelming darkness. The 300 who stood with him were not just soldiers. They were symbols, archetypes of a soul group willing to sacrifice everything to hold the line for humanity. The heart of the lion is more than a poetic phrase. It is a living spiritual truth encoded in the starfire of Alpha Leonis, the brightest star in the Leo constellation. This is not simply the emotional essence of a guardian, but the radiant pulse of Regulus itself, a cosmic signature of royal courage, divine service, and sovereign love that lives within every guardian protector. As guardians step into their earthly mission, the heart of the lion begins to stir. It awakens through trials, through sacrifices, and through moments of profound choice. It is the signature vibration of those who walk with sacred purpose, carrying within them the ancient authority to protect, to lead, and to love fiercely without fear. The guardian protectors are the ones who have made this journey again and again, bearing the light of Regulus across dimensions, timelines, and civilizations lost and reborn. The lion is not just their symbol, it is their soul's ancestry. From the Lion of Judah to ancient Sparta to the unseen guardians of the stars, the archetype of the lion has always signified divine rulership, spiritual guardianship, and fearless devotion. The heart of the lion carries this lineage forward. It is a sacred fire. It does not burn for pride or conquest. It burns for truth. It is what makes a guardian stand when others fall. It empowers them to walk into darkness not with fear, but with purpose, and it binds them to their brothers and sisters across time who have also chosen to uphold the sacred trust. To carry the heart of the lion is to walk with integrity, even when the path is lonely. It is to rise again and again, not for recognition, but because love demands it. And through this fire, the guardians of New Earth return, not as rulers, but as protectors of what is holy, luminous, and eternally true. In his ascended form, Leonidas is not only a guardian protector of Regulus, but also the embodiment of the Emerald Dragon, an ancient celestial force of wisdom, courage, and spiritual clarity. The Emerald Dragon is not a mythic creature from folklore. It is a consciousness stream, a divine intelligence that fuses the might of the warrior with the insight of the sage. He imparts the emerald flame, which imbues recipients with the emerald wisdom of the legendary emerald tablets. He teaches that the answers we seek do not lie outside of us, but within, that the entire universe is within us, and we are the universe itself. This teaching is not merely an intellectual or metaphysical idea. It is a deeper, embodied knowing, awakened through experience and spiritual discipline. The teachings of the Emerald Dragon are offered to those walking the guardian path as keys to inner mastery. These teachings are not written in books, but etched into the soul. They arise through experience, through discipline, discernment, devotion, and direct communion with higher truth. They guide guardians in how to wield their inner fire without becoming consumed by it, and how to maintain spiritual purity while standing in the densest realms of chaos and deception. The Emerald Dragon teaches that strength is not domination, but anchored presence. It reminds the guardian that clarity cuts deeper than any sword, and that stillness in the storm is the greatest act of resistance. It is through this path that the guardian protector becomes both shield and flame, unyielding in mission, but softened by love. These teachings serve not only as spiritual armor, but as a compass. They help the guardian walk between worlds, visible and invisible, temporal and eternal, with precision and purpose. And most importantly, they remind every guardian that while their journey may feel challenging, they are never alone. To walk with the Emerald Dragon is to carry the ancient flame of Leonidas, the spirit of sacred rebellion, divine discipline, and the love that never yields. To walk the path of the guardian is not to inherit a title, it is to answer a call. While many may feel resonance with the lion lineage, the star of Regulus, or the ancient memory of the guardian flame, the truth is this: one does not become a guardian by birthright alone. A guardian becomes chosen only when they choose, chosen through their decision, consecrated through their commitment, empowered through the continual embodiment of the guardian ethos, service to the Most High, defense of humanity's spiritual freedom, and dedication to the restoration of divine order on earth. This path is not one of passive identity, but of active remembrance and sacred responsibility. To become a guardian is to make a covenant with your own soul, to stand where others fall, to speak when others are silent, and to protect the light even when the darkness presses in. It requires humility, clarity, and the discipline to walk with unwavering love. You are not here to dominate. You are here to uphold. You are not here to be worshipped. You are here to serve. And so, the true guardians are not crowned. They are forged. They emerge through the trials of inner transformation, the alchemy of courage, and the daily choice to walk in alignment with the divine. This is not a path for the many. It is for the few who dare to remember, the few who say yes to the highest call. To walk this path is to live with purpose, to walk with humility, and to serve with unwavering love. The Lion of New Earth is not a metaphor. It is your symbol of return. It is the mark of those whose very presence here is prophecy fulfilled. And now the time has come. The guardians are rising, the field is activating, the gateway of Regulus is open. Stand, serve. The world you came to protect is calling your name.